and welcome everybody to episode 188 of Two Goalies, One Mic, brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from. As of right now, we're here obviously for the NHL entry draft lottery, where we find out picks through, I think, 1 through 16, who is picking where. They're doing a different format today where they're actually going to show you the balls as they're being dropped in. Right now, as we go live, it looks like Gary Bettman in there, John Buchagras, and I want to say, I'm not sure who that is dropping the balls, and maybe somebody helping them out, but and it looks like they have the top 3 GMs maybe in studio. That's not what's happening. No, all the GMs that are, never mind. Sorry, this is all going really fast in real time. But as you can see on the screen here, we do have the odds for where each team could potentially pick, from 16 down to 1, with the Buffalo Sabres lottery chances being at 6.5%, where they should, according to the odds, at 44 and roughly 0.5%, they should probably end up staying put around 7. That's their best odds. The second best odds is moving back 1 to 36.5% to the pick 8. So ball number 1 is a number 7.
Lucky number 7. How does that affect the percentage to win the draw? Here we go.
So with that ball number 7, Buffalo's live chances went down 5.9% to win the first overall pick. So zero chance that they're going to, not zero chance, but they've gone down like a 0.5%, half percent to possibly be drafting first overall. We're waiting for the second ball right now. Calgary has been eliminated after that first ball. So Calgary has no chance at winning the first overall pick. 5 seconds to the next ball. The next ball is, it looks like an 11. So
what does this do to the percentage? Wow, look at this.
Buffalo, actually, their percent chance goes up a couple half points. From 5.9%, they go up to 6.1%. So they're right around kind of where they were before. So they're in 30-second increments.
What teams are left with a chance to win the draft lottery and pick first, and what ball number they the lottery. As the GMs look on here, wondering if they're going to be the team to get one of those top 3 players Sam Costantino just talked to.
So right here, 5 seconds left.
Almost based a little bit on need at the top. It's so close.
San Jose's in really good shape.
Ball number 3 is 12.
Ball number 3 is 12.
12. What does that do? Okay, Nashville, you are
Buffalo actually went up almost 3% to win the first overall pick. They're now at a 9.1% chance at winning first overall. San Jose goes down to 9.1. Chicago goes up to 18.2. Philadelphia, 18.2. Wow.
the winning ball that your team needs. San Jose, you need an 8. Pittsburgh, 1 or 10. Flyers fans, a 4 or a 6, and down the line.
A 2 gives Buffalo the first overall pick. Of course, they cut to timeout. They cut to a commercial break. Buffalo Sabres currently have a 9.1% chance of winning the draft lottery. So exciting. I kind of like this format a little bit. They kind of get right to it. They don't screw around with a lot of the getting their money's worth with promotions and stuff like that, and like vignette videos. So I actually kind of like, not gonna lie, I like this format that they're going with. where you see the balls being drawn live, so you can't really ever question essentially the integrity of the draft. I will say that. So I like the direction that the draft lottery has gone in. 1 second. 29. 1 second here, everybody. Okie dokie. Okay, so I just had to tweet out that quick update to all of you as we wait for, and we're still during the commercial break. You're still seeing the balls all come up there, but they're not showing enough of the screen to reveal that next ball that's going to come up. Exciting. I love this new format for sure. From Scary Crazy Man, took them 30 years to do the drawing live. I know it's been way too long. Always speculation, and you question the integrity when the results don't go your way. Wish this was next year when the generation kid. Yeah, Gavin McKenna, that kid is going to be the truth. I think he's the closest thing to Connor McDavid you're going to get since Connor McDavid. I think he's better than Bedard for sure. But yeah, it's too bad this wasn't next year, and he wasn't coming out this season, because I think he's definitely going to be an exciting kid to watch. Next year they have the kid that's McDavid level. I don't know if I would say McDavid level, but he's pretty damn close. Definitely generational. I'd say when you're talking that level of hockey player, you're talking about two players. Here we go. San Jose, Chicago, Philadelphia, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders are the GMs remaining to have a chance at winning the first overall pick. So this is exciting. So we're right back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams have been eliminated out of the possible 16. So Sabres cannot drop to lower than 7. 30 seconds now. I definitely wasn't expecting them to get into this whole thing so fast. Like, let's just do it right away. I like this. This is cool. The Buffalo Sabres will select. It's not going to be first. A 13. Number 13. That puts us. I don't think we win, but the New York Islanders have won the NHL Draft Lottery. Wow. Wow. The New York Draft, Bill Daly just announced that the New York Islanders have won the NHL Draft Lottery. So, yeah. Trying to find out where Buffalo is picking right now. Unfortunately, I'm just getting all types of technical issues trying to keep up with this. But as of right now, the Isles win the NHL Draft Lottery. Not as of right now. They have won the NHL Draft Lottery. The Sabres. Oh, okay. I see how they're doing it. So so they're doing another draw here to determine. I like this. I like this. So we needed a 2. So they this is cool. So I thought maybe this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Wow. Wow. Excited that we still get more content here and that there's more an opportunity for us to see more of this, I guess. I definitely wasn't expecting. I thought it was be one draw and we're done. Pick 4 numbers. Okay, we're done. But no, it's just going to go right down the line here and we're going to find out who's picking second overall now. This is pretty cool. If you're off, this so Potterall gonna have his. Oh man, this is funny. This is fun. I like this. How do you guys all feel about this in the chat? Do you guys like this? This new system of how they're drawing the balls. Like, are we? I personally like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna tweet out some updates here. They got Kevin Weeks and John Buccigross on the let's see here. They got John Buccigross and Kevin Weeks on the broadcast. Unfortunately, it's tough. I'm kind of producing and doing this all on my own. I'm terrible at multitasking. I'll be completely transparent about that. But yeah. So pulling that up forward now. I'm not sure how long we're going to have to wait for the second draw here. So right now, oh no. So we sit at 7 then. I didn't realize that. That's okay. They just pulled that out. So we do not move up at all. With the way those balls fell, the only team 1-5-12 with this 4th number, no matter what, we have no chance at winning the second overall pick. So the second overall pick with this 4th number. I think I might have been wrong about that. Maybe they have Buffalo X'd out there just because maybe now they're out of the running for the second pick. So the second pick will go to waiting for this ball to come. Number 3. Someone yelled, wow, like everybody knew exactly who was going to be picking. So the second overall pick goes to it's the 4th overall selection. So Utah will draw 4th. And that means San Jose drafts second. I mean, San Jose is going to get Michael Misa because I imagine Utah will probably draft Matthew Schaefer. Yep, you see the Sharks fans. They're be lucky to be a Sharks fan right now. So Utah wins the second draw, and they will draft second. Utah will draft fourth. San Jose will draft second. I imagine is that the rule that San Jose can only drop a certain amount of spots? And I think with Utah winning the fourth pick, that just automatically slotted them into the second overall pick. I think they changed that rule back when the year of McDavid and Eichel. Because if y'all remember here in Buffalo, the tank was so you guarantee yourself either McDavid or Eichel. I think after the drama surrounding all that, they changed that rule entirely. So they just cut to commercial break. Utah will draft fourth. I'm not sure if that locks in. Does that lock in Buffalo at 7? I don't know. I don't know. We're about to find out. So I'm going to do a quick update here on Twitter. I'm not sure if that just locks them in automatically at 7. But as of right now, we know that the New York Islanders will draft first overall. They won the draft lottery. Utah Hockey Club, a lot of people seem to think it'll be the Utah Mammoth, will draft fourth overall, which automatically makes the San Jose slot into that second spot. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Nobody seems to know where Buffalo will slot in or any updated odds here. I don't know if we've seen anything quite yet. So, it's a really harmless team. Does that mean we're drafting 9th? I'm seeing 9th. Are we drafting 9th? For the consensus here on Twitter so far, I'm seeing is that we're drafting 9th overall. Yeah. So it looks like we're drafting 9th. From everything I can tell. Yeah, so that means we dropped to the 9th pick. So we dropped 2 spots. And it sucks. Utah moves up 10 spots to 4. Wow. Yeah. So looks like I bet you Misa goes to San Jose, and they're just going to be even more stacked. They're going to be so stacked. That team is going to be such a beast in like 2 or 3 years. It's almost unfair. Mike Greer really is lucky because they are just going to be so stacked. I imagine that they will draft Matthew Schaefer first overall in the island. And listen, there's definitely some decent names out there in terms of where we could end up picking that Marika, that right-handed defenseman who's like 6'8". I guess with you hoping that maybe you win the draft lottery, you draft higher than 7, you can get one of these more dominant players that might come in, maybe not next season, but the following season. But I don't know. This sucks. Utah moves up 10 spots, and we see here. Yep. So the order of the draft: first overall will be the Islanders. Second overall, San Jose. 3rd overall, Chicago. 4th overall, Utah. 5th overall, Nashville. 6th will be Philadelphia. Boston will draft 7th, where we were supposed to draft. Seattle will draft 8th. Buffalo 9th. Anaheim 10th. Pittsburgh 11th. Rangers 12th. Detroit 13th. Columbus 14th. Vancouver 15th. And then 16th will be Montreal, which was acquired from Calgary. Wow. Now I do love the way that they did this. It's very transparent. There's no, you can't sit there and accuse anything of being rigged. It's done live on front of you on TV. But yeah. So the NHL, obviously the NHL playoffs start tonight with that 8-10 between Florida. And I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but Florida kicks off things tonight. Who are they playing? They're playing I don't even know. I'm sorry, I'm just lost. Oh, Toronto. Sorry, they're playing Toronto tonight. Obviously, it'll be an incredible game. A lot of talent. I picked Matthew Tkachuk anytime goal scored for tonight. Guy's a gamer, and the Sabres will pick 9th. So that being said, guys, we'll probably do a draft preview show here tomorrow night. So keep on the lookout for that. But there's definitely like a lot of good names out there too, still for you to be able to draft at 9. No doubt about it. One of the kids that jumps out to me the most, it was put out by The Athletic, Scott Wheeler from The Athletic, guy who does a really good job. He has them ranked as this. From starting with number 1, Matthew Schaefer, left-handed defenseman from Erie. Then you have Michael Misa at 2, center from Saginaw. James Higgins at 3, Boston College, a kid who was predicted a year ago to probably go 1st overall. Porter Martone, a guy I like a lot from Brampton, 6'2", 6'3" winger, 200 pounds, really big-bodied kid. Plays a heavy game. Porter Martone is a type of player that Buffalo currently doesn't have on their team. A skilled player who plays a heavy game. I'm not going to say like Matthew Tkachuk or Brady Tkachuk, but like kind of in that area where he's not afraid to get in the dirty area. He's not afraid to be physical. That's a kid I'd like to see. Would have liked to have seen them draft outside of the obvious. One kid I think you should keep an eye on possibly would be Radim Marika, right-handed defenseman out of Seattle. 6.5 foot, almost 6'6", weighs 207 pounds. The Czech defenseman, a guy that I personally, ever since he kind of started making his way over there on Sabres Twitter, you start seeing the highlights. Like, kid's a really smooth skater. Has a lot of skill, and he's not afraid to play a little heavier game. He doesn't have to, but Radim Marika is a guy that I personally think pretty highly of. Some other names out there too. I've seen most recently 6-foot defenseman Brady Martin could be on Buffalo's radar. Scott Wheeler has Jake O'Brien, center out of Brantford, at 6'2", 172 pounds. I'm not looking for any more small guys though if we're looking for forwards. So I mean, 6 foot, yeah, that's nice. I want big guys. I want big, heavy guys if you're picking a forward. So, but I think they go defense. I think Radim Marika might be a guy that could be on their radar. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow. He plays for Seattle out of WHL, so right-handed defenseman. But again, we'll talk more about that tomorrow night on another episode of Two Goalies, One Mic. Sorry for all the confusion to start things off. I was dealing with some technical issues, and then they got into it right out of the bat, which I'm not used to. Like, with these draft lotteries, they usually kind of wait until the end, and then they just kind of do the countdown where they got right into it. I wasn't really expecting that, so it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. And me riding solo here without Hurls, kind of wearing a couple different hats, that was a little tough. So, but yeah, episode 188 tomorrow. We don't even call this episode 188. This was just maybe I don't know, but it's been fun for all of you that did tune in. Buffalo will pick number 9. The New York Islanders win the draft lottery, drafting first overall with who I imagine will be Matthew Schaefer, the San Jose Sharks, Mike Greer, you lucky son of a bitch, gets the 2nd overall pick, and they will most likely draft Michael Misa, an incredible center out of, I believe it was Saginaw. Yeah. So with that being said, remember this is brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room. Yeah, I'm already seeing trade the pick. Trade the pick comments in here. What the fuck? Fix an expansion team, Utah. Big leap and Islanders getting old. Too many veterans. Help from NHL offices. Sabres pay the price. What's new? Never break. I mean, they did it live on TV, Mauricio, so to try and avoid the speculation that that it would be fixed. So I mean, I liked the format. But hey, it is what it is. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night on another episode of 2 Goalies, 1 Mike. Sabres will draft 9th. So we'll talk to you later. I agree. Trade the pick if you can. I'll hang up and listen. And as always, go Sabres.